Who would have thought that creating miles and miles and miles of waterlogged tunnels would lag your game world so much that it ends up breaking it? I mean, I did, to be fair. I 100% knew that this would happen. And I did it anyway, because the happiness of these axolotl trumps absolutely everything else. Just look at how much fun they are having. But in all seriousness, I really have broken this world pretty badly with all of these tunnels. So sadly, to begin with, I'm going to have to trim back on a few of their tunnels here. And that's much better. I can actually feel the frame rate increasing already. Plus, they still have some pretty long tunnels to play around in. Anyway, on with today's shenanigans, which we'll start off by inspecting the newly upgraded Space Wars Enchanter. This build, combined with the other Asian style Enchanter's Tower, has given us the 3 total levels required for the more scrolls research within the university. So we've gone ahead and unlocked that research, and then also the research behind it for Open the Nether. Yes, that's right, we can now construct our Nether Miners. This is the Space Wars Nether Miner that we tried to construct last time, but we didn't have the research for it. Now we do though, so let's get Ellison to do that for us. And we do have another Nether Miner build, which I also want to place down so that we have 2 of them. And I think this is going to be of a Nordic style, purely because of, well, just look at it. Ideally, we would have placed the second Nether Miner beside the first one, but as we can see, we really don't have too much room over here anymore. But we do have plenty of new real estate here within this side of the district, so yep, let's get it placed down over here. So as you make your way along this pathway, you will eventually get to it. Yeah, definitely doesn't look too intimidating at all. Let's do it. We have 3 builders that we are mainly going to concentrate on here today, with Koa being one of them, because he is upgrading the Space Wars Enchanter's Tower to level 3, and this is the Nether based upgrade that it's getting. Although in saying that, this is a ridiculous amount of polished andesite required for it. So maybe it's more of a polished andesite upgrade than a nether based one that is getting. Oh holy crap. Ellison has been sent to the work order for our Space Wars Nether Miner, but I believe that she is currently next door upgrading our Sifter's hut. This is a medieval oak sifter, and I think she is pretty much nearly done with it. And this building is still completely boring, so I'm just going to ignore it. I set Mariah the work order for, well, there's the sifter just been upgraded. I set her the work order for the Nordic styled Nether Miner, and I think she is maybe out here working on it. Or maybe not. Now she is at least. She had just gone to bed, and this upgrade here is basically just a lot of spruce. We do grow spruce wood within the colony, but I don't know if we have too much of the stuff. I really like to prioritize oak over everything. Well, we have a lot more spruce logs than I thought we did, so that will be helpful, I suppose. I'm stuck. Especially because we now do have up a lot of requests for different type of spruce logs here. Also, why is the mechanic asking for 29 blocks of raw iron? I don't think we have anywhere near that amount in the colony. Whatever, let's get over to the sawmills and teach them some recipes. The idiot next door will need to actually strip some of the spruce wood, so... Right, let me get you some here very quickly. Then take them into your inventory. That's a lot of saplings you have there. And get stripping. The logs at least. You know, I just don't trust that he is going to strip those logs, so I'll just do it. I see Ellison out here mining away at the mountainside for the Nether Miner. I may just strip away all of this mountain here actually. It probably will make a bit more sense to do so. But I will assist her out here just removing as many stone blocks as I can. At least as much as I can be bothered doing. That's the area more or less now cleared out. We will need to get some light into it before it becomes nighttime and nasty spawn within it. But Ellison, hopefully this is what you wanted here. Mariah's Nordic styled Nether Miner is coming along pretty nicely here actually. We're already 90% supplied for it. A few more spruce stairs, spruce wood stairs, and then that will be it up to level 1. As for Koa and his 1 million polished andesite build, how is it getting on here? Not very well. We are just over 10% done with it, and yeah, this is just going to be a ridiculous build. I don't think we can even craft andesite. I do know there's a mod out there to allow us to do that. I may install it just to help here. Let me quickly do the rounds of all of the warehouses just to see how much andesite that we do have in stock, but ultimately I may need to install that mod. Surprisingly enough, between the warehouse here and the warehouse within the Civic District, we have over 1,000 pieces of andesite already, which is still not enough for all of these andesite pieces here, but it's quite a significant chunk of it. Well, I will just let the colony create as much as they possibly can andesite wise, and if it really comes to it, I will either go mine it or install that mod so that we can create our own. Well, that was ridiculously quick, but there's the new Nether Miner up already. Thank you very much, pal, and in fact, let's maybe get you out here, and really that's all required for level 2. It looks as if this is going from spruce to dark oak at level 2, but I'm sure that Mariah can handle it. But I also seen that we do have an idiot then who has become our first Nether Miner. Welcome in, Alison. She will request in some food, tools and other gears just so that she can start some expeditions. Speaking of expeditions, I do believe that we have a research that we can unlock to help us with that. Gaze into the pits. We will need some Eyes of Ender and another ancient tome in order to get this research. I still think I have plenty of Ender Pearls within my own chests. Yep, we had plenty there, so let's go get that research. Ellison has continued on being pretty productive with the Space Wars Nether Miner. We are clearly getting a rather substantial basement within it. This very much reminds me of the good old warped style of builds. Koa is still very slowly getting in deliveries of polished andesite, and we've made a bit more progress then with his Enchanter's Tower upgrade. And in fact, at the back of it, I can even see some bookshelves as well, so yeah, he's getting on not too bad here actually. As for Mariah and her upgrade, I don't think too much has changed here yet, unfortunately. She does have in all of the dark oak logs for it, just really awaiting in the dark oak wood, which should be really simple enough, surely. In fact, so simple, maybe I should just go do it. Well, that's a stack of dark oak wood for her, and that certainly has met her requirement. So far, the Nordic-styled Nether Miner has certainly been far simpler to create than the Space Wars one. And I believe that the Nether Miner within it is already away on an expedition. Even better. And just like that, there's this Nether Miner up at level 2. You're doing such a good job here, Mariah. Let's get this up to level 3 next. The upgrade to level 3 is a bit more complicated, requiring in quite a lot of stone-related items. Nothing that the colony cannot handle for them. As for Ellison, we are making progress. Slow progress, but at least some progress. Unlike this idiot here. I've spent quite some time just supplying Ellison with everything that she's going to need for the build. Basically a lot of deep slate cobblestone items. So let's go check in on her progress, which we are now over 50% done with this, and I can already see the starts of the nether portal going in. I know eventually this building will receive in a large glass dome, which is why we will maybe need to remove more of the mountainside, but I believe that this initial level 1 upgrade here, this is pretty much just setting the foundations of it, so I'm not expecting anything more than what we're already seeing here. And indeed, we really aren't getting much more than this. That's it now up at level 1. Good job there, Ellison. Let's get you straight back out here and upgrading this to level 2. Well, just before I do set it for construction, I did want to quickly check down a list to see what we required. And we need a lot of cobbled deep slate items covered with some obsidian. And in fact, some different obsidian type blocks here as well to boot. And of course, some lovely framed purple stained glass. So this is going to be a hell of an upgrade, even just to level 2. I can't imagine what level 3, 4 and 5 are going to end up requiring. But sadly, we are just going to need to wait on that, because Ellison is now sick with the flu, so she isn't going to be building anytime soon. As for Mariah's Nether Miner upgrade, not too much has changed on the outside, or indeed on the inside, bar some cobbled deep slate on the floor. So that is going to continue being another work in progress, but she has done not too bad here today with it. As for this idiot here though, we are going to require a stupid amount of andesite just to even finish this off. So this certainly isn't going to get done anytime soon. But overall, a good day I would say.